Happy New Year's Eve. It's New Year's Eve, so the last day of 2022. So every day is a new day, a new year in some respects, but to celebrate a time that's universal to the whole planet, pretty much, makes for something very special. So we all are kind of thinking about the past year or even the past, and we don't want to spend a lot of time in our lives thinking. We spend too much time in our lives thinking about the past, really. Most people, not everybody. It's not particularly good, but we want to spend the right amount of time reflecting on the past, not too much time reflecting on the past. We want to take lessons from the past, and we want to reimagine the good times of the past when we do think of the past. And the reason for that is because in a different environment than what is normal for most people in America, and particularly in very prehistoric times especially, the brain was designed to remember the worst things, because that was a protection mechanism. In other words, you wanted to avoid things that could be very detrimental to your health. We still want to do that, but because we are such a developed society now, particularly with lots of means of communication, and humans have had communication like writing for thousands of years now, but we can pass information and knowledge on to one another much more readily, and therefore a lot of our instinctual habits in our brain are overutilized. They're overutilized because 50,000 years ago, people were smart, but a lot of technology hadn't developed as much. I mean, they had hieroglyphs and they paintings and people, and that was very important because they wanted to show somebody what happened, and during particularly things that were mostly important to them, like hunting, which was getting their food. That's how they fed themselves. And in some places, like conflict with one another, if they had a skirmish or they weren't usually very big tribes, so we wouldn't probably call it a war, but fighting, or if somebody had been attacked, or maybe some other issues like the birth of a child is very important, things like that, family, maybe a cold winter or something like that, storm. So they would record those things, but they didn't readily communicate. People weren't walking around with books and that sort of thing. So their brain was hardwired to remember things that were dangerous. And so we want to be careful about that. But New Year's gives us a chance to reflect, to look forward. And then we want to bring ourselves back to thinking about what we're doing and focusing on right now and the good and everything. I love you.